Ruby, what are you doing? Ruby!
I'm just going out.
Out? Why? I was calling you.
Just for a walk.
Walks? You're always going for walks.
I just want some fresh air. I want to get out of the house.
It's not good for you. You get too tired.
I'm sick of being shut in. I won't be long.
Back for tea?
Yes, of course. Back for tea. I can't stay long. I said I'd be back for tea.
Oh, it's good to see you, if only for a short time.
The wind's getting up. It's gone colder. I can feel it since I left the house.
It's blowing up. It's back around to the northeast.
Father used to sit on the wall every day. Even after he'd left the sea for good. Right till the day he died, he sat here, staring at the waves.
A man can miss the sea after a lifetime.
He didn't miss it. He'd had enough, more than enough. He used to sit here looking at it, hating it.
He got something out of it.
He got a little house. You can call that something. And he had us. We looked after him.
You and your sister. When are you going to let me come around and see the house? A man likes to be asked back. Otherwise, I'll think you're ashamed of me.
It's not that. You know, that's stupid. It's awkward. It's difficult.
Why?
My sister.
The trouble with you is you're shy. You should be pleased to introduce me.
All right, if you must.
Good. You're home. I'll get the kettle on.
I brought someone back.
Where? Well, who is it?
I'll ask him to come in. I thought he could have tea. Potter?
Oh, it's Nan, isn't it?
Yes.
Potter Jones, how do you do?
How do you do?
I've heard a lot about you from your sister Ruby here. Well, I'm no stranger, I hope.
No, you're welcome. I must say I'd not heard about you.
Oh, but I thought that Ruby...
No, you're quite a surprise.
It's raining.
Yes, it is raining.
Oh, please, you'll stay and have tea with us.
Oh, he'd rather have whiskey.
Wouldn't you, Potter? You drink whiskey.
Oh, well, it's God Almighty's own drink, though it's the devil's own price.
We'll get some. For another time.
Yes. Fancy me not knowing. You might have told me. Why didn't you?
No reason. I was going to, you know, now.
Well, how long have you known him? Did someone introduce you?
Just met and got talking.
I can't get over it, a man like that.
Matter with him, you liked him, didn't you?
Oh, he's all right if you like people like that.
Like what?
Well, people are all over you at first meeting.
Means well. Heavens, I deserve something, don't I?
Oh, come on, I was just asking. What does he do anyway?
I don't know now. He was a soldier till he got disabled.
Disabled? I wonder if he draws a pension. We must get some whiskey.
I shouldn't bother. I don't suppose he'll come again.
But he said he would.
Some more whiskey.
Well, he's in the house anyway. In case.
In case of what?
In case of sickness.
God Almighty's own drink for the devil's own price. You shouldn't have got it in specially. It's too good.
It's nothing. I wanted to make you feel welcome.
Ah, well, you do indeed so. Yeah, let's have another.
Oh, no more for me, thanks.
Oh, Nan.
Oh, all right. I'll sing you now, Mr. Jones.
Oh, no, please call me Potter.
Well, it's hard to believe that you were disabled. You look such a strong, such an active man.
Oh, well, it was nothing serious. I got speared in the knee. A bit of tribal mischief. But it was enough to get me pensioned off.
Do you ever miss soldiering, Potter?
No, I don't miss it. Though I enjoyed it at the time. I was with the Lancers, you know. I rode an elephant or two. I shot tigers and crocodiles. Sat with conjurers and learnt a few of their tricks. I was something of an athlete, too, before I got disabled. I won the regimental sack race at Lahore.
Really?
3 years running, record.
It must be a great change for you, Potter, living off a pension.
Well, now, Nan, I do have other interests here.
If you don't mind me asking, what kind of interests?
Well, in the main, I am in the honourable and respectable profession of bookmaking.
Bookmaking?
That's a strange thing for an ex-soldier to do. And does it pay? It sounds so chancy.
It's an honest living, just like any other. Now, what about dressmaking? Does that pay?
Oh, we rub along. It keeps the wolf from the door.
Just like me. Just like me. Ah, Highland figures. Now I know that I am at home.
Stop at your china, man. Don't drop them.
He won't drop.
Look out.
I better put them down before there is an accident. Okay, it's a fine evening. What do you say we go for a walk? All three of us. Get a breath of fresh air.
There's a Dutch coaster bound for Antwerp. From Goole. Carrying grain, I reckon.
How do you know?
Oh, I know. I take an interest in this little port. I've always liked ships. I like the sea. That one there is bound for Greenock.
When Father retired, he used to come and sit here and stare at the waves.
Yes, I told him.
Why don't we go down to the beach?
Oh, you two go. I'll stay here.
Oh, no.
Are you all right, Ruby?
Perfectly, thank you. I'll only slow you up.
Well, it's no bother. We're in no hurry.
I'd just as soon stay here.
You sure?
You don't mind us going?
No, I've told you. Please go.
Come on.
Bye. We should be all right.
Yeah, she'll be all right. She gets tired easily. She'll go home.
Poor girl. I feel sorry for her.
Do you?
Well, it's only natural.
When you met her, what did you feel then?
The same, I suppose.
You mean you weren't really serious?
No, I wasn't. Come on, let's walk down to the sea.
What do you want with all this stuff, Ruby? You must spend a fortune.
It's supposed to make you look better. It improves the skin.
Rouge and creams and powders. Sure, it's all rubbish. Waste of money.
Makes me feel prettier. Have a nice walk.
Yes, quite nice. Went down to the sea.
It's nice at low tide.
Yes, it is. It's warm, too. Potter took his shoes off.
Nan, I'm ready now. How is it with you, my beauty? Marry me. Marry me.
I want to marry you, Potter, more than anything. You know that. You know how much I want to. But how can I? How can we? There's Ruby to consider.
Oh, I consider her. Go on, consider her.
Let me sit up.
We're poor.
I want to sit up.
What for?
To look at the waves. You do see, Potter, she's a cripple. No man would marry her. Couldn't, could they? And she can't get on without me.
Well, that's her funeral, not ours. Yeah, but there are plenty of men who'd be glad of a girl like that.
If only someone would. She's ever so clever, far beyond me.
Well, she's handsome, barring her leg.
Ever so clever. But I still can't leave her.
God, you've no sense.
I can't leave her.
I understand you don't want me.
That's not true, you know.
Well, I can't marry the two of you. Though I might like to.
No. But listen, Potter, we've only got what we earn at the dressmaking. So what'll become of her? There's nothing else she could do.
She could come and live with us.
Shouldn't care about that, not
Well, no
at all.
more would I.
A woman's married, she wants to keep a home for her husband.
fix it with Ruby. You'll marry me.
I'll marry you. If you mean it.
Well, I do mean it. I swear it. We'll talk to her. Come on.
Well, there's nothing to stop you. You'll do as you like. I know I should. Where are you going to set up house?
Oh, no, that's just the whole schmozzle, Ruby. I mean, that is what we've got to decide. You see, Nan thinks that you wouldn't fancy living on your own.
Why don't you come and live here? I don't want to live by myself, alone. And see, you don't want me now. You want to get rid of me.
Oh, it's not that.
You mustn't think that. The
You want me
fact
to
is...
clear out.
Oh, not at all. Now, don't put it like
And the
that.
eviction is to take place
It's
when?
not like that at all, Ruby. You know we don't want anything like that.
You do want the place to yourselves, don't you? I know I should if I had the luck. It's only natural. Two pretty lovebirds.
I want a home of my own like any other woman. Marriage is marriage.
Marriage means children, I suppose. Well, have them. Thousands of them, if you like. Propagate like little cock sparrows for all I care.
Now, Ruby. Now, will you listen to me? Now, don't be angry, my dear. Don't be vexed. We only want what is best for you, Nano and me. Now, this whole show must be worth what? £200. Well, half of that is yours, Ruby. That's £100. Now, I'll not pretend that I'm as flush as all that at the moment, but I'll get the money somehow, and I'll buy your share. And you can set yourself up in a nice little tobacco business and do right well for yourself. There's profits to be made. A man likes nothing better than to get his baccy from the hands of a nice-looking girl. Now, what do you say?
Tobacco business. I'm not consenting. Not if it means living alone. It's a big handicap to be born into this world a cripple, Potter. I didn't ask to come into it the way I am.
Well, if that's how it is with you, we can go elsewhere.
Please yourselves.
And of course, you'll let your sister have her share when she goes. It'll come in handy.
She couldn't do it. She hasn't any money.
That's her little bit of fiasco.
About the fiasco, as you call it, Potter, you're a little mistaken. This property cannot be divided without our mutual consent. Do you understand? Both of us. Mutual. If I die first, it's all hers. If she dies, it's all mine.
Potter, she's right.
I can't sell my birthright. I wouldn't if I could, not for you.
Would you mind telling us exactly what you would do for us?
I've told you already. You can come and live here rent-free, unless she wants to charge you anything. Nothing to pay.
And I've told you I don't want him here. I want a home of my own.
Mind that lamp, please. I should hate to be burned alive.
You don't want to get married.
Oh, indeed. I'm still open to offers.
And you want me to sacrifice my life to yours. You don't mind that.
Oh, no, my dear Nan. I'm not selfish enough for that, thank the fates. I have offered to let Potter come and live here. There's plenty of room. He can hang his hat up behind our door.
I tell you, I won't have him here. I won't.
You mind that lamp again? What is your reason? Why do you want to cut me out like this?
Cut you out. My reason's good enough.
Good enough to tell me?
Yes, it is, but I shan't tell you.
I'm sure Potter wouldn't mind living here.
Well, now, Ruby, don't go bringing me into this. What Nano says is what I stand for.
Well, you wouldn't mind, would you, Potter?
Leave it. Leave it to Nan.
I do leave it to her. I do.
I better be off. It's getting late.
Potter. You do see, I can't leave her, can I?
I see.
I must go. I must go back to her.
Don't let her turn you against me, Nana.
As if I would. Do you think I could?
She doesn't like me now.
She does. She does. That's what's the matter with her.
I'm bringing an awful lot of trouble on you.
I don't mind, Potter. We'll be happy. We'll think of a way.
Yes. Yes.
Ruby, what is it? What's the matter?
I don't know.
What is it?
Why don't you want to go on living here with me?
You know why. You know.
Well, what is your reason?
I want him away from you.
Why?
I just do.
I believe you hate me, Nan.
Don't be silly, Ruby. Don't be silly. But you'll get married yourself someday and you'll want the same thing. I know you will.
Some hopes with this leg of mine.
Don't be silly. You're very pretty, Ruby. Potter thinks you're very handsome. So does everybody.
Does he? Oh, Nan. It's you he wants to marry and I'm standing in your light. Don't turn on me, Nan. I'm so helpless. I'm such a coward. I'll never be able to get on without you. It'll kill me. Look, marry him if you want to, but don't turn on me, Nan. I'm so afraid.
It's all right. It's all right. Dry your eyes. I'm not going to leave you.
You're not going to marry him?
Yes, I'm going to marry him, but sooner. And he can come here to live.
Will he mind?
I'm sure he won't. It'll be simpler after all.
That means I have to sleep in the spare room in Father's little bed,
I
shan't
suppose so.
The only way you and he could be together.
Yes, well, we needn't go talking about that yet. The main thing is, we'll be all together.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. Yes, I got that, Mr. Wardrop. You want £2 on Harlequin and the 3 o'clock at Sundown tomorrow. Well, that shows very good form, yeah. Oh, very well weighted. Oh, no need to do that, Mr. Wardrop. No, I'll send your account at the end of the month. Yes, goodbye, Mr. Wardrop. Very well weighted. It's a sin to take his money.
Aren't you finished yet, Potter?
Now, my love, just totting up my last book, and then I'm done.
Promise to take me out shooting.
Oh, it's still time before the light goes.
Be all right alone, Ruby?
Of course I always am, aren't I? I like being alone. To be nice and quiet without all that noise and chatter that Potter makes.
It is his business, Ruby.
Would you like to come with us for once? Would you, Ruby?
No, you two go. I'll be perfectly all right by myself.
Yep.
Oh, it's wonderful out here. So much space. Room to breathe.
not. It's been over a year now. That's what you get married for, surely.
I dare say.
Don't you want one?
Will you hand me that syrup? Yes, I suppose I do.
Doesn't Potter?
Yes, he does. You haven't got enough string then?
Yes, I have. Heaps. Why don't you then?
I suppose we will. One day. There's plenty of time.
I couldn't bear it if it was me. I mean, it's what you get married for, surely.
Is it? How could we have a baby now?
Why, if not?
The way we are. If the work's to go on, we can't risk that.
Work?
Yes, work. The dressmaking.
Oh, for heaven's sake, we can give that up, girl. Now, surely it isn't necessary with Potter doing so well.
And what's to become of you if you give it up?
Oh, I see. I'm the obstruction. I'm always the obstruction. Why didn't you tell me, Nan, long ago? Why didn't you tell me right at the beginning?
Tell you what?
That you weren't going to have children.
How could I tell you? I couldn't tell you. Not a thing like that.
Why not?
It wouldn't be decent. Besides, I wasn't sure.
I didn't know. Oh, God, it is me. I didn't realise. I'm just a burden. I ought to drown myself. I ought to go down to the harbour and jump off the wall. Wouldn't be difficult. I'll do it one day, I swear I will. It's so dreadful. It's just because of me you won't have a baby. Of course you should have told me, Nan. I didn't know.
Jam's ready now.
Yes, I'm a good jockey.
Very marvellous. That jockey's a Crinkle Park is one of the best.
Yes. Hey?
Good evening. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Buffridge.
I'm just celebrating, Potter.
Congratulations. That was a very good win.
Just celebrating with a few friends. Would you care to join us then?
Oh, it's very kind of you. No, I won't do that, Mr. Buffridge. Can I get you one? As losing bookie, I'd like to toast your luck.
No, thank you very much, Potter. But there'll be another time, I hope. Oh, while you're here, you can lay me 20 on fair game, the big one at Newberry tomorrow. You don't fancy it then?
Oh, I don't fancy anything up against a horse like the Admiral, no matter how bad the odds.
Oh, I know, Potter, I know. But whoever got rich backing favourites? Now then, gentlemen, your glasses are all charged.
Something going on now. Yes, really it is.
It's enough for today. If I sew another stitch, I'll go blind.
Why don't you take her out, Potter? Breath of air do you good.
You want to come?
It's always patching and darning to do. No, you two go. You make a lot of work, Potter. You're hard on your clothes.
Come on, Ruby. Look, white horses. The sea's getting up.
You can see the rain coming.
You're right.
Come on.
Where?
Come on.
Excuse me, love. Thank you. Can I have the
Two pints,
I'll give you in a minute. Oh, thank you. Come on, down. Thank you. Breathe in. Come on now. You made your mind up.
You're a bit nasty.
Hello there. How are you? All right.
Again, love.
What a press to bring me, Potter.
Oh, that's very respectable.
They do seem to fancy that sort of thing here, though, don't they?
It's just a game like any other. It's as safe as houses. She sleeps here. She can't get out, they can't get in, so everything's all right.
Come on, let's be off. It's stopped raining. Well, Potter, didn't know you were that sort. With a girl like that, too.
I told you it was only a game, just like any other. What do you say? What do you say?
It's cheap. And it doesn't matter with me. I'm your sister-in-law.
I've never kissed you before.
Yes, you have.
Well, not since I got married.
Let it be the last. Potter? Is something wrong?
Where?
The business? Or Nan?
It's fine. Business is ticking along.
Easy come, easy go.
And then it's fine. Everything's fine.
What? You've changed.
Every man wants a bit of freedom.
She must go now. She must. She must.
What do you say?
She must go.
What's she go? What's she
She's
done?
ugly and deformed, and I can't bear the thought of her with that limb of hers in the same house and a
woman,
child
what do you
coming.
say?
It's the idea of something malignant in the house. I can't bear the thought of her.
You're talking nonsense. It's an old
No,
wives'
Potter,
tale.
she'll have to go. I can't risk it. It's my child's health I'm frightened for. What shall we do with her?
Do?
I know we can't tell her why. It'd be cruel.
We'll have to tell her something, and if we don't tell her that...
Oh, Potter, we'll think of a way. We'll find a way, all right? Oh, Potter, we've got to be kinder. Don't you just love it? Aren't you glad?
I'm glad, but... Well, what are we going to do about Ruby?
I shall tell her. I shall tell her that I'm giving up this dressmaking at once. It's my duty as a mother.
Yes. Maybe we should tell her we could let her have the £100 now, because I can do it just about... I mean, if you think that it is a good idea...
I do think so, and it's more than her share's really worth.
Ah, well, we'll let it go at that. I mean, it's worth it. But what's she going to do with it?
With all that money? My Potter, but I'd like to have it. Oh, she'll be all right. She's very cute, is Ruby.
She's cute. But, look, maybe she could be useful to you, you know, when the time comes. Looking after you and so on.
No. No. She must go, or else I must go.
Oh, don't tolerate that.
I will. I can't help it. I'm sorry for her, but this is much more important.
Look, it'll make a big difference to her.
It'll make a big difference to me.
Well, I shouldn't tell her for a day or two.
No?
No, not for a day or two.
No.
Let me think about it.
Let's get it over.
I am not going. I've got a right to my home here.
You have the right to only one half of it, my dear. And he'll pay you the value of that.
And keep it. I knew all along he couldn't be trusted.
What do you mean by that? He's my husband, don't forget.
Husband? Told you. Told you he couldn't be trusted.
What are you hinting at now, Ruby?
I'm not hinting. I know what I know, so there.
What are you hinting at?
I'm not hinting at all. I told you all along he could not be trusted.
Trusted? Out with it. I'm not such a fool as you may think. I know what's been going on. I know. I'm not as blind as all that. I know what's been going on, and I've not said anything.
Going on? What do you mean?
You've been out with him often. Oh, you must think I'm a fool. What's been going on between you and my husband?
Whatever are you thinking of, Nan? There's been nothing going on. Not between him and me. You can set your mind to rest about that.
Oh, I can. Indeed I can. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. You've been out with him often enough.
I haven't. Not lately. I haven't been out with him for weeks. He's always got some excuse now.
Oh, what excuse? Well, why does he make excuses? Well, come on.
Well, if you must know, it's anyone. It's the girl in the public house down by the harbour, for instance.
Is that all the truth?
It is the sole truth. I only told you this in secret. I hope you know that. After all, I don't suppose there's anything in it.
There's nothing in it. Why did you tell me?
Because there was nothing in it more than that. As far as I know. You did ask me, didn't you? I never wanted to tell you because it was only that, and men are like that. Always were, always will be.
Like what?
Flirty.
Tell me this. Why are you so angry about that girl?
Me? I'm not angry at all, not. Just don't think it's right or proper for a married man to carry on in that way.
Has he been taking her out? Do you know for certain?
Ask him yourself.
I will.
But don't you go telling him that I let on about it. Now, you wouldn't do that, would you?
I shall do as I please. You might be telling lies.
Look, don't drag me into this. I don't want to be mixed up in it.
But you are mixed up in it. You always have been.
I am not lying, and I am not going to be mixed up in it, I tell you.
No, you're not. We're going to separate.
Separate you and Potter?
No, not me and Potter. I love Potter. I can manage him. It's you. When will you go, you bitch?
I'm not married! I'm not, and you can't make me!
You be careful, my girl. I might kill you someday.
You told her then?
Yes. And she tells me that you've been forgetting all about me. Is it true? Have you? Been carrying on?
What's she been saying?
I didn't believe her anyway. She said something about you and a girl in a public house.
Lord in heaven. Shall I tell you something about that girl in the rowboat? She got married a month ago. And if you want to know the whole truth of it, I had to get married quick.
Did you kiss her?
Huh? I did. Of course I did. So did everybody. That's what she was there for. Like one of those bits of cheese on the counter. And you couldn't do it now for £1,000.
Have you tried?
I have not. I have more sense.
I don't think I'd have minded anyway. Tell me about Ruby.
Ruby. I'll tell you about Ruby. I'll tell you about Ruby. Ruby.
She must go now. Give her the £100.
Oh, it'll be all right. There's no hurry.
There is. Give it to her.
Well, she'll go. And the devil has got into the horses are late and my luck is dead out.
She must go.
Well, I can't just rake up the money.
You mean you haven't got it?
The big race next week will put me right. Then we'll do it.
She's very fond of yours, Ruby. Though she pretends she isn't.
Poorest creature. I kissed her once or twice.
Ruby?
Yeah. When you weren't looking. It's just fun and friendliness. Well, she didn't take it that way. Wasn't quite the thing. So I gave it up. It wasn't fair to you.
It wasn't fair to her.
Yes, Mr. Belfridge. Oh, I understand the amount, but if you'll just hold fast till tomorrow, after the big race. Oh, I know the favourite should win, but as you said yourself, where's the man that got rich backing favourites? Well, that's very good of you, Mr. Belfridge. Yes, I appreciate that. Well, and give my regards to Mrs. I've been in some tight spots, Ruby, Lord knows. I've been in action soldiering. I've been set on by blacks and heathens, wounded. God knows. But never anything like this. Is there anything in the house? Anything put away? Bonds, Insurance certificates. Anything your father might have left that you've forgotten.
There's the pipers on the mantelpiece.
Christ! I need a whole regiment of them, I'm afraid.
Bad then, is it, Potter?
Only if the favourite wins tomorrow. But if a certain grey comes in at 20 to 1 that I have backed up to the hilt, we will be sitting pretty. It'll bring me home. It'll do it for me.
Suppose he doesn't.
Easy come, easy go. Ruby?
Yes.
Don't tell Nan.
And with just 3 furlongs to go, it's London Pride taking it up on the stand side, and Black Prince close up. It's London Pride and Black Prince making the running. Be joined now by Windermere and Highland Lass. Highland Lass now challenging London Pride and Black Prince with Windermere under pressure. Just 2 furlongs to go, and Highland Lass in the lead now from Black Prince. London Pride still looking full of running. It's these 3 now as they run down the hill into the straight with Windermere dropping out of it. A furlong out, and it's Black Prince. Yes, it's Black Prince with Highland Lass coming again, but Black Prince holding him, increasing his lead, and at the line now, it's Black Prince, the favourite. Yes, it's the favourite, Black Prince. Highland Lass in second place, London Pride third, Primrose Park fourth, then Kingsgate, Tilfra, Windermere, and Trading Badly last. So, the winner of this year's Aurora Stakes is the favourite, Black Prince. Well, what a day for the owner, Lady Gainesfield, and of course the trainer, Captain Tom Saunders.
Lovely rose. For old Nan. Lovely rose.
Nan, where's Potter?
Gone fowling on the marshes. He'll be back for tea.
She's a beautiful child, Nan. Perfect, not a blemish. What are you going to call her?
Susan. I've always liked the name Susan.
Yes, it's a sweet name. It'll suit her very well.